Here's an interesting exercise I've been playing through in my mind is how could I get to the point where I charge $1,500, $2,000 even an hour? You know, you hear about those big names and they're like, okay, I charge 5 grand for an hour or whatever it is. And I'm not really kind of talking about those people in this context. I'm using this as an exercise to say, if you were to charge $1,500 an hour for whatever you do, what would you need to change? What would you need to, who would you need to become to get there? What kind of skill sets would you need? And more importantly, what are the results and outcomes you give for people? So I started thinking about this. I was like, what would I pay $1,500 for an hour for? Now, the first one that comes to mind is like a specialist in a medical profession in particular. And that was just the first one I came to, but I've been using this as an exercise to think through the process for what do I need to do to level up my skill sets, the way I message to people, and most importantly, the outcomes and results I'm helping people achieve. So I thought about, okay, a medical professional in a specialized thing. So if I had a rare disease, of course, $1,500 an hour I would pay for someone to help me with this rare disease I might have. Now, medical is a different thing, right? I mean, you know, if you're life or death kind of thing. But think about those contexts for a minute. Who in your world would you pay $500 an hour for? $750, $1,000, $1,500. $1,500 was just kind of my mark. But you think about it, you go, I want that person. You think about the highly skilled professional areas, legal, medical, things like that. The life or death type situations too. But think about it in the skill sets for the results and outcomes you're giving for your clients and customers. What would you need to do in order to give someone the results, the fastest possible results? It's all about transformation. It's all about the outcomes that they're getting as a result. So I'm going to more than willingly pay for this service for $1,500 an hour because at the end of that hour, I will get what? Outcome results. How will my life be transformed? And it's been good for me to think through the rubric, kind of a grid of my life experiences, my expertise, what I think I've done well that I can offer to other people that in a short stretch of time, I can do that. But I think overall, it's just a good exercise to think about how do we increase and maximize the value we're offering so we can charge more. And that's a key conversation for entrepreneurs, every entrepreneur. A lot of people talk about doubling your prices. Jason Cohen from WP Engine is one of those that talks about raising your prices, easy way to make more money. So in that context, if you were to really 10x, double or 10x your prices, who would you have to become? What results would you have to give to people? And what are the messages you need to share to people?